What is going on, Retro Maniacs? It's Joe Day coming at you from Mike's Retro Trading Cards. And on today's brand new video, we are going to do a pre-submission and a reveal of the same card through the magic of editing. But before we get to that, Mike, hit the music. All right, before we get started, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We love talking about retro cards. Hopefully you like watching our content about retro cards. Drop us a like, leave us a comment, follow us on social media. We greatly appreciate it. So this one, it's kind of a big one. It's a PSA submission. And you have to know, if I'm sending something to PSA where the cheapest service level right now is $150, it's got to be worth it. From the background decorations, I'm sure you can guess, we're going to be submitting a Tom Brady card. And I only submit Tom Brady rookie cards. There we go. This is a 2000 Tom Brady Fleer Metal rookie card. It's in pretty nice shape. It's hard to tell because of the glitter. The corners look pretty good. I mean, they're not razor sharp, but I have seen PSA 8s and 9s with worse corners. Centering looks pretty decent. I'm looking at the centering here and the centering here, and then the centering at the bottom of rookies, and then the top of Tom Brady. I think it might be, I don't know, it looks pretty close. Looks pretty close. The back, a little bit of edge wear. It's really hard to pick up. It's a sharp card. I actually snagged it on eBay about a week ago. I won it. It was just listed. It was an absolute brand new listing. I want to say it was up there for 10 minutes. And it was starting bid of $400 with a or best offer. So I messaged the seller. I asked, what are you looking to get out of it? He said, well, he's already had an offer of $500. I said, well, I was thinking about $525. We kind of negotiated back and forth, ended up at $550, which I felt was a pretty good price. That was $550 shipped with insurance. After the tax, we're into it for about $583. So I hate when people say about and then they give an exact number, but we're into it for exactly $583. So I was kind of debating on where to send this, whether to send it to SGC or PSA. SGC right now costs about $30 for about a month-long service, a 30-day service. PSA for their lowest level is $150. So you're talking the difference of $120, give or take. Shipping's about the same, so I didn't include that. For it to be worth it, it would have to pretty much exceed SGC by quite a bit to send it to PSA. So I did some research, and I recommend anyone, if you're going to send a card to a grading service, as expensive as they are, SGC is $30 a card. I remember when we were submitting back in 2000, it was like $5 a card, $10 a card. So even SGC at $30 a card, it's not like it's cheap. HGA is about the same. All of the grading companies are really getting at least $30 a card. And then there's PSA, who's obviously quite a bit above that. So when you're thinking about submitting something, I recommend going to eBay. If it's for your personal collection, you do whatever you want. I don't tell people what I think they should grade. how much they should spend for grading. That's up to you if it's for your personal collection. If you're kind of sort of investing, I recommend going to the seller research feature on eBay and typing in. What I did is I typed in the 2000 Tom Brady metal rookie card. I typed it in with SGC and with PSA to see kind of the numbers. So an SGC 7, there was only a handful that sold, and it was about 650 bucks, where a PSA 7 was about 700. That was pretty close. I think this is personally, I think it's better than a 7. I think it's probably closer to an 8. An SGC 8, the last one that sold, was $750, so 100 more than a 7. But a PSA 8 is, on average, there were a few that sold. On average, they're selling for around $1,100 to $1,200, so about $1,150. The gap there is $400. So is it worth spending the extra $120 between the SGC grading and the PSA grading? I think it is. Now, there is some risk. If it comes back a 7, which again, knock on wood, hope it doesn't, but if it comes back a 7, I'm losing money. If you think about it, I'm losing money between SGC and PSA because of the cost associated with the grading. In terms of value of the card, I'm about breaking even. But if it comes back an 8 or above, then it would make crazy sense. It just makes too much sense not to send it to PSA. An SGC 9 on average sells for about $1,250, and a PSA 9 sells for about $2,100. I didn't even look at 10s because this is not a 10. The grader PSA would have had to win the lottery the night before, get lucky with a significant other, something to grade that a 10. I think that's an 8 with room to grow. But at worst, even at a 7, I think it's a break-even point if you include the grading fees. So the plan is to send it out tomorrow. I'm talking to you the Monday night where Tom Brady just beat the New York Giants. I'm talking to you the Monday night before Thanksgiving. And I plan on getting it into the post office by lunch tomorrow. And then we'll see. We're thinking it's going to take about a month for me to get it back, to get the grade. But because of the magic of technology, what I'm going to do, and we'll see if this works, I'm going to snap my finger and see if we can fast forward a little bit so you don't have to wait a month to see how this turned out. Mike, let's see if you know how to do this. All right, Retro Maniacs, we are 16 days into the future. We mailed out the Tom Brady metal rookie card on November 23rd. It got to PSA on November 29th. And today is December 12th, and we are about to rip this sucker open. So here we go. Here's my cheap steak knife. Let's get into it. There is a card inside, and I see a slab, so those are all good things, which means it got graded. All right, here we go. Got one of my Marvel Universe special offers if you want to buy a collector's album from 1993. All right. This is what we're looking at. Tom Brady, Skybox Metal. Just to refresh, I took a look at comps. A PSA 7 is $700, which would break us pretty close to even. A PSA 8 would be about $1,200, and a PSA 9 would be $2,100. Looks pretty sharp. God, this is a cool card. All right. 1, 2, 3. PSA 8. All right. Kind of what I was expecting. I thought maybe a 9 would be possible, but there was some corner where on this top right corner. It wasn't perfect. You could actually see it, or I'm sorry, the top left corner. You could actually see it a little bit more on the back, on the right side. But I have, the card itself was about $600 with shipping and all of that. The eBay fee, or I'm sorry, the PSA fee was $150. So you're looking at roughly $750, and a PSA 8 is worth about $1,200. So it was a good investment. I may put it up on eBay for like $1,500, see if anyone tries to come after it. But otherwise, I said if it came back in 9, it would be going up on eBay for sure. Coming back in 8, you know, it's one of those that I'll put it on eBay as a buy it now or best offer, but at a high price. And then if someone takes it, cool. If not, cool. I have a pretty cool Tom Brady rookie card. Pretty rare one too. You don't see these often. There you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed the ride on this one.